Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Freeze coming at you with the weekly live stream. And honestly, man, we got pretty good topics today, man. You know, I see a couple of people in the chat. Can y'all hear me all right? I did a sound check earlier, but I said I know last week I was having a little bit of difficulties. So, but yeah, man, I think we got a good lineup today, and so we got a couple of topics I want to look at today. So the big news in Transformers Earth Wars this week was that we're gonna have cross-faction alliances soon. So I'll tell you what I know about that so far. Playtesters didn't tell the playtesters first this time. They actually told the Alliance Council first this time, and so I'm a part of that. I'm part of the event organizing crew for the Horde, and so I got to see that. And Dale and Daisy were really excited about that, so we'll talk about that. I'll talk about some of the good and the bad that I think's going to happen with that. And one of the other things that came from the event council this week is there's going to be some changes to the event schedule. So I'll tell you what I know about that also. I actually wrote that down on my computer because I wanted to go pull the Discord post up there, but I don't know if I'm supposed to put everything up there from the council in there, but we'll talk about it. And I'm going to show a little bit about HQ18 on this live stream as well. So as you know, we've been playtesting HQ18. You guys probably saw Sunstreak Awaza in his stream early in the week. They had some values and everything. I'll try to do a little bit of gameplay. Yeah, and we can just kind of take a look. I will say, I think the prime cores need a lot of work, and we've been putting a lot of feedback into that. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, man. But before we do any of that, let's get started with the newsletter. Alright, so let me scroll this back up to the top. And so this is, let's see, season 8 of the Cyber Pass, week 6 of the saga. This saga's been going pretty fast, man. Like, I didn't even realize it was week 6 until I looked at the newsletter earlier today. And so this weekend's event is going to be called Kickoff. And this one was a little bit controversial because So we just had a 1.5 million event 2 weeks ago, and then we had the really long. We had the 35K individual event last weekend, which I'll talk about when we talk about some of the event changes. But then they added this one because they said, hey, World Cup is going to be starting, this week. And to be honest, I'm excited about World Cup, guys. I'm a huge football fan, and yes, I'm American, and yes, I do call it football because football was here first. But I like both football. I like international club football, and I like American football. So which I'm really excited about American football right now because I'm a Washington Commanders fan, and we handed the Eagles their first loss. But I really love my club football too. So I'm a huge Manchester City fan, and so I'm looking forward to World Cup. World Cup is what actually got me into football. So that's what the theme is. You can actually see the artwork is based around. We got a few Decepticons up there at the football field. So on and so forth. But yeah, so you get a chance to get up to 1,500 5-star shards. You get a chance to get up to 100 mecha football chests. And some of the talk about that has been about the non-dupe 5-star bot or combat bot. We'll talk about that in a bit. And then you get 300,000 spark and combat spark. Alpha Tryon says I'm in DC. Hey man, I'm a huge DC United fan. Not doing that great lately, but I love DC. I love the Commanders. I love the Washington Wizards. Everybody except for the Nationals. I'm not a Nationals fan. I'm a Atlanta Braves fan. And you guys probably see me on a couple of my live streams. I had the Atlanta Braves gear on. But that's just because Nationals weren't around when I was a kid. I'm 41 years old, man. So they weren't around when I was a kid. But I love Washington sports, man. I love the WNBA. I like the Washington Mystics. I actually got to see them play for the first time this year, like in person. So that was cool. So let's see. So that's your event chart. And so I think the key thing here is, so when they first started talking about this event, the apes were talking about hey, they put out a vote. They said, hey, should this be a 1 mil event? Should this be a 1.5 mil event? And at the end of the day, there was some confusion because there was a reset on the poll, but the 1.5 mil event won. And so they put a good amount of prizes. And when I look at this chart, one of the things that I really appreciate, and I told Dale and the Space Ape team this, is you got a good amount of prizes up there in the 1 million tier. So for me, I'm playing for the 1 mil. I'm not doing the additional, 500K. And the key thing is, when we look at the Mecha soccer chest or Mecha football chest, it should be called, there's going to be 32.67 chance at premium. All right, and we're back up. And yeah, man, I think it's going to be a pretty good event. The big thing there is for the 4-star crystal non-dupe and 4-star combat chip dupe. That's what we're looking at. So you guys tell me, what bot and what combat bot are you hoping that you can squeeze out of one of those? Alright, so the Terra Titano says 4-star Sea Phantom is something I really want, but I prepared this, but will prefer to this Gator Face or something. I actually just recently got a Sea Phantom, and I was so thankful that I got Sea Phantom, because here's the issue that I was having. I want to have all the bots to get me ready for God Neptune. So that's what I'm looking at right now. But anyway, I'm sitting here just kind of just talking on this newsletter. Let's go scroll through battle zones. Typical. bundles. So they're gonna have SG Jetfire and SG Thundercracker in the bundles this time. Blur and Runabout and Minerva and Flatline in the bundles this time. As far as new bots, so we should start testing the new bots this weekend. But for the endurance event, it's gonna be Top Spin for the Autobots and then Terramander for the Decepticons. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm actually starting to become a really, really huge fan of the endurance event. And I did the last one. I got knockout. I just got knockout into my war team this week. And it's working out pretty well because, like I've been talking about, those sharks are, it helps a lot with those sharks. So, but yeah, content creators. So you gotta, you still got your same group of official content creators: Arrow, DJ Hart, Engineer Horse, Grind Time, who I guess they were saying in the chat that he's not streaming tonight. So they told me to take my time because it's not going to conflict. But so I appreciate that information. Apparently he's got a birthday celebration this weekend. So Soldier is up there as well, and then Sunstreak Owaza, and yeah. And you got a couple other people out here making content, Professional Huskies out there, Just Elite, he's out there. I watch a lot of his stuff, Deception over To Punish and Enslave, those are some of my favorite content creators out there. So, as far as Lord Avix asked a question about what class is Terramander, yeah, it's a special class. So, I'm curious to see what he's going to do, guys. I want to know what the ability is going to be. All right, Community Corner. We got some nice artwork up here. We got the Thundercons. We got Soundwave, Blaster, and Jazz. We got some toys down there, man. Yeah, it's dope. Oh, yeah, I'm actually, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you out. The Terra Titano also has a channel. I'm actually a subscriber of yours. And I actually like your content, man. I did not mean to leave you out. So, yeah, man, thanks for mentioning that, man. I'd never mean to leave anybody out, but I'm actually a subscriber of yours, and I get notifications for your channel too. So, if you guys haven't seen the Terra Titano's channel, check it out. I'm gonna add you to the list of content creators that I follow. I hadn't added it yet, so that way when people come to my channel, they can see the links to the Transformers Earth Wars content creators I follow, and they can follow you too. So yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, man, he said really, yeah, really, man. Like, our content creator community, I say this at least once a week. Our content creator community is a really loving community, man. Like, we like helping each other out. I had a lot of people help me out. Sunstreak Owaza has helped me out with certain things. I think the first person to help me out was Soldier. Deception helps me out all the time. He's like one of my absolute favorites. So that's the least I can do, is try to help other people out and give them support. So yeah, man. And are you on my Discord, Tara? Because if you're on my Discord, you can actually use my content creator section that I have, and you can go share your videos. So hit me up after the live stream. I'll get you set up, man, so we can actually get you sharing your content, because you got really good content. All right, some bug fixes and improvements. We got Six Gun and Trigger Happy. They're gonna stop humping walls, so I know a lot of people are gonna be excited about that. And then Top Shot and Fireline, they had some different stuff up there. As far as the values for the damage. So yeah. Alright, Tara says he doesn't have Discord. We'll figure something out. Because I got a Facebook, I got all that stuff. I'll start sharing some of your stuff, man. Don't worry about it. Alright, so Space Ape is saying this week's live stream. So they got live stream tomorrow from Space Ape. They said you do not want to miss this one, because they're going to talk all about HQ18, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit today, but they're going to talk about it, so make sure you don't miss that if you can make it. And that's all we got for the news this time around. All right, so I already been mentioning some of the folks in the chat, but let's take a look and see who we've got in the chat today, and I'm going to go back into the lab. While I do that, Lord Avix as usual is first, Professional Husky as usual is second. and they're kind of picking fun at each other a little bit in there. So, guys, thank you for all you've done for my Discord and for the actual live streams. You guys I can always depend on. I mean, and we got a real faithful fan base. Anyway, because I seen Terra of Titano a few times. I'm probably gonna butcher your name, but S. Clohasi. I hope I didn't mess that up too bad. I seen you up here a few times, so welcome. Alpha Trion 1 is one of my regulars, so welcome. And let's see who else we got in here. Action Will, another one of our regulars. So welcome, and I seen you guys in there just talking and chatting it up. And it's good to see, man. And that's what it is, especially now when we look at the fact that we're gonna have cross faction teams. We definitely we want to chat it up. We want to talk, and we want to share it. And so that's what I want to talk about first today. I want to talk about the cross faction alliances. So I'm gonna go to the battlefield while I talk about that. Dude, I've been slacking on my Titan Assault, so I'm probably gonna do some Titan Assault while I talk to you guys. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, so let's get it. And that is not right. So I'm gonna go back to the lab and I'm gonna make sure that I can get back into my Wi-Fi. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about cross faction? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what you think about that. I got some thoughts on it, on what I think may or may not happen. But I want you guys to tell me first. So go ahead and talk about it in the chat. Because honestly, I think there's a lot of good that comes with it. I think it might be a little bit of bad that comes with it too, depending on where you sit. And so that's what I'm gonna kind of highlight today. So yeah, talk about it in the chat and we'll discuss. All right, so let's see. And Lord David says checked out Deception's new video. So it was a little loud at work when I was in there. Like the new router I got just stopped working properly. All right, my dog wants to play. So let's see. I'm just gonna look through the comments. Alpha Trion 1 says, to be honest, I don't really care. It makes no difference to me as far in regards to the cross faction. Don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that. So they keep saying the game's been doing better than it's ever done, and I kinda, but at the same time, if the game is doing better than it's ever done, then it seems like it's been a couple of things that have been a cash grab lately. So one of the things I was looking at was these large events. The events have been seeming like all right, guys. So I keep cutting out with this Wi-Fi. So here's what I'm gonna do. As much as I want to keep going on with the live stream, I'm gonna have to try to fix something with my Wi-Fi. I thought I had it fixed. I'm gonna try one more thing, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna cut out one more time, and I'm gonna try one more thing. But if that doesn't work, I might just have to go do something with my Wi-Fi. So bear with me one more time. I'm gonna try to switch over to a different Wi-Fi connection. Well, and Professional Husky says reschedule for tomorrow. Well, here's the problem. If I go try to do it tomorrow, then I'm going to be on the same time as Sunstreak or Waza. So we'll see how that goes unless I go do it later in the day. But, yeah, man, it just kind of ticks me off because I was working on I was working on getting like extenders for my Wi-Fi to make it easier, and that's what I'm trying to use now. But you know, it's not been working the way that I wanted to. It just stopped like today. Alpha Trion 1 says fight, fight, fight. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm still dropping out. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go talk about what I was talking about today. I'm gonna make another video. I'll probably make it tomorrow evening. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do a weekend live stream, because I think that and then that'll give me a chance to go look at what Space Ape was talking about, because I can't keep cutting out like this and try to go produce. So I'm gonna leave right now. I'm gonna go try to go get another router, and let's see if that fixes the problem. So hopefully by the time I do my weekend live stream, that'll fix things. But as always guys, thank you a bunch.